What's up, fam? I am about to head on a trip that I've been wanting to do for so long, and very few people ever get the chance to do something like this. So I am going to be offline the entire time, just me and my camera to document it. So I'll take you guys with me, but it's a bittersweet moment for me because it's the start of something new, but it also means the end of something really beautiful. Some of you might be wondering what happened with Alina and I. I want to talk about that, and this might be the most vulnerable video I've ever made. And I want it to be because people don't talk about this stuff really, truly. Because life is a dance of relationships and ambition and your purpose and mission. It's hard to get it right. So I gotta go pack and I leave tomorrow morning. I'll take you guys with me. This is my bed. And this is most of my stuff that I need to fit into that suitcase. The craziest part is I can't even take all of this with me. I have to leave it when I get there, and I can't even take this. So hopefully that doesn't give away where I'm going, but it is going to be very foreign to what I'm used to. It's 2:30 in the morning because I'm trying to adjust to the time zone, but I am lights out, going to bed. See you tomorrow. Look, fit check. It is pretty cold out here, if you couldn't guess, even in the sun. And I've been traveling for pretty much 48 hours to get here, so the other side of the world for me. But we're on the way to get some brekkie, for coffee, and then pick up my vehicle for the next 2 weeks. They only have digital menus, which don't help me because I have no phone now. So I've asked for a physical one. La carta in Spanish, for those who want to know. Me gustaría un cappuccino con leche normal.
Yeah, con cacao y canela. O tengo con chocolate.
Chocolate.
¿Chocolate es negro o blanco?
Sí. I can like order stuff, but as soon as they start talking back to me, I'm like, fuck, what do I do? Let's go get my vehicle. The wild part about all this is I don't even know where the fucking bike store is. I think it's this road because I remember seeing on the map the other day that it was like a windy road and then the bike store. And I realized how freaking hard this is gonna be to just find things. I've got a couple of PDFs downloaded on the Kindle of like a map and stuff, but dude, you realize how easy we have it with the internet and iPhones, and like right now the PDF on the Kindle don't even work because I don't have Wi-Fi to download them. I forgot to do that before I went offline. So yeah, I've been offline since midnight on the dot last night. I'm doing 7 full days and then back online after that. So I have only accommodation for tonight booked, and fuck, I just hope my very limited Spanish can get me by for the rest of the trip. So anyway, I'm gonna find this bike shop. Pardon? ¿Dónde está cicleta? ¿Tienda cicleta?
¿Cicleta?
Sí.
No entiendo.
¿Tienda cicleta?
Ah, para allá, por Mickey.
Sí, derecha?
Sí.
Gracias. Oh, let's fucking go. He said up here and to the right. That's about the limit of my Spanish, by the way. I think I've walked too far. Fuck. It's gonna be so much harder than I thought. I'm also on a time crunch because I gotta get the bike, get back to the Airbnb I stayed at last night, where all my stuff is, pack the bike, and then leave in time for checkout. Oh, we found it, baby.
Right up here, and then we'll explain you, because you don't. I know you're riding without a map. It's not difficult. You will not get lost.
Yeah.
But you do need to have some previous information.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. That's good. Okay, so we're in Bariloche here, and we have the city of San Martin here. What is your plan for the?
Well, I was going to do so here,
Here.
and then I was either going to go here or, but I was going to go like early in the day so that if they didn't have room or something, I could just continue on. But then it sounds like we have to go to.
If not, you have to make it up to here or here.
So these are closed. You literally have to go here.
This one is closed, and this is a free campaign. I mean, it's just a piece of land where you can place your tent, but you will ride with a tent or not? Good. So this is not an option.
Yeah. Getting all set up now. Helmet. This is my bike, currently without a back wheel. And I gotta get back to the Airbnb ASAP because I gotta check out in like 20 minutes. At least I think, because I don't actually have the time. And my Kindle says it's 3:28 p.m, which is definitely not correct. This is my life for the next week. All in here.
Still no turning back. Headed around corners.
On the road, baby. Let's go. I think the ride today is like 5 hours on average with stop breaks. So we'll see how that goes. Feeling good so far, 30 seconds in. I'll check back in a bit later.
The dog days are over. The dog days are done. The horses are coming, so you better run. Run fast for your mother, run fast for your father, run for your children, for your sisters and brothers. Leave all your love and your longing behind. You can't carry it with you if you want to survive. The dog days are over. The dog days are done. Can you hear the horses?
This is how I'm navigating the countryside. I've just ridden up from the town around the lake, just turn right to go up this up the river and stay on the right side of the river, so I get views like this the whole ride, another 30 k's. So
Scar tissue that I wish you saw. Sarcastic Mr. Know-It-All. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you, 'cause with the birds I'll share. With the birds I'll share this lonely view. And with the birds I'll share this lonely view. And push me up against the wall. Young Tuck.
I am hopelessly lost. I'm like 3 hours in to the ride down this gravel road, and I've gone past heaps of private property gates, and most of them you can open and just go past, but I just got to one that was padlocked all the way through, so I was like, shoot, I'll go left around it. I've just come up this path all the way, and it led nowhere, so I wasted 30 minutes up a big ass hill, and right there is like another gate, and I could see right in the distance there's like houses or something, and I think that's where I'm meant to go, but the map doesn't help me because I don't know where I am on the map, and that's the problem. So I've whipped out the Kindle and I want to see if I can figure it out. I think I'm going to go back this way, get to the padlock gate and throw the bike over. I'm just worried that if I go all the way inland, I end up at a dead end and I'm going the wrong direction, so fuck. The view over here is crazy though. Navarre once said, if you go up a mountain and you realize there's no way through or around. You have to go all the way back down to the bottom and find another route. But most people aren't willing to do that, but the ones who are the ones that will usually succeed because they're willing to start from scratch. I'm sorry, Navarre, I'm not taking your advice today because that hill fucking killed me. And if I go down it again and I can't make it through, then I'm fucked. So I'm going through private property, breaking the rules. Oh man. I was seriously starting to question whether I was going the right way, because that felt like forever, dude. I've been on the road for like 6.5 hours. You go see if anyone's here, check in, get some fucking food, la comida, because I'm starving. But this town's really cute. It's like it's a village with all dirt roads, no paved roads. Just shows you the times that the people here are living in. So wild, man. I got cramps in both my legs, ran out of water. I am very relieved to be here. Holy shit. Day one reflection so far has been, I'm not cut out for this shit. I can't explain how happy I am to have a bed to sleep on and a warm shower. I thought about camping and they recommended against it because this time of year, one, it's cold, and two, very few things are open. It's technically still the off season. It doesn't season doesn't start till end of this month. So even like just lucky to get a cafe that's open, which is wild to me. So I just had dinner down at the local TAV run by a little family. They were all playing cards and stuff in the back. It was cool. The main reason I want to do this trip is because it's been 27 years of my life, or really the last 10 years with some intensity of being online and being, in it, and being afraid of spending a few days off Instagram, let alone the entire internet and the entire communication with family and friends. And I was meant to do it with my best mate Cammy, but he pulled out last minute. Shout out Cammy. So I sent it solo, which is probably exactly what I need, to be totally honest. And it's already pushing the mental quite a lot. Actually, probably more the physical than the mental so far. But I'm just going to spend a lot of time journaling and reading and writing. But the real motivation was, like, I have never had a taste of the freedom that comes with not setting an alarm in the morning, not having someone to answer to, not having to do a certain thing at a certain time, and just having the presence to walk down a road and see what happens, see who you meet, see who you can have a conversation with, see if you get lost in time. I didn't know what time it is right now. I didn't even know what time I arrived here. I just kind of look at the sun and guess. And it is so liberating. I would be surprised if there's many people that have actually truly done that. And I guess it's scary for a lot of people. It didn't feel that confronting for me, which I was surprised by. I really wanted to lean into it. The hard part is all of the things that you're going without you don't realize, like being able to search a place up on Google Maps, or text someone when you've arrived somewhere, or figure out where the fuck you are and not get lost on private property, and hope you're going the right way and waste several hours doing it. And I think part of the reason I'm documenting it is just because maybe I'll inspire someone else to go and spend a week fully disconnected, but also just to see what comes up, see what ideas I have, see what lessons come to the surface, and I just want to share that with you guys too. So yeah, this is the kind of video I want to look back on with my kids in the future and just be like, this was your dad, you know, when he was 27, and you know, for them to then go and do a similar thing when they're in their 20s. And I think I'm realizing, you know, how much richness there is in life outside of the online world and making money and that sort of thing. I'm feeling royally fucked, which I don't say lightly. I went from never riding a bike in my fucking life, maybe 10 kilometers max around Rottnest Island, to 50 k's a day basically every day for the next week. In fact, today was 50 and tomorrow's 60, so I feel great knowing that I gotta hit it for even longer tomorrow. Anyway, I'm gonna get some shut-eye. I'm gonna sleep for 10 hours, maybe 12. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna wake up when the sun gets up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, good morning. I feel revitalized today. I feel fucking amazing. 10 hours, 11 hours sleep, something like that, from what I can best guess. Sun's shining. It's kind of like cold but warmer outside. And I'm gonna go eat a little brekkie at the restaurant, the one restaurant in town. I asked them yesterday if they were open mañana today. And now, so fuck yeah, go get some eggs in me, and then I'm gonna hit the road earlier today, because if it's anything like yesterday, I'm gonna be riding for 6 or 7 hours. So I gotta get a move on, because there's nothing between where I am right now and where I'm going. Like it's 60 kilometers of basically nothing except one beach somewhere. So maybe I'll swim. Anyway, let's go. I'll get packed up and hit the road. This is my natural fridge. Beautiful day out here. I'm reading Richard Branson's book. Richard Branson is the guy that started Virgin Group, Virgin Airlines, Virgin Record Company, heaps of spin-off companies as well. They were doing like hundreds of millions, billions of dollars in the 1990s, and continued to this day. He started it when he was 21, now he's 70 or 80 or something. And I grew up with my mum and dad talking a lot about Richard Branson, because they loved how he always wanted to get the most out of life at the same time. He would do these crazy, adventurous, daring things, and he also loved kite surfing. My dad loves kite surfing, so maybe that was part of it. But his book is really interesting because it's his autobiography, and you get to see how he was thinking when he first started. He was 20 when he started, and what I've taken from it is that really business comes down to two things. One, having a crazy belief that it will work out and that anything is possible, and two, your decision making. And a really great example that illustrates this point is this week right now, because I could be at home or somewhere locked in, good routine, good food, lots of work, and I could create a lot of momentum in the business. I could, if I actually put it down to it and took sales calls and made more ads that allowed us to spend more, it could be worth 50 or 100 grand in revenue, right? So I could be somewhere locked in making 100 grand a week. Instead, I'm out here doing nothing, which to a lot of people would feel like a loss of momentum. But here's the difference. The decisions I come out with in this week and I'm able to bring to the team and execute on are going to be worth 10 times whatever I would have made if I was just locked in. In fact, I'd go out on a limb and say the direction that we take after this week, I already know this because I have some direction already, will be worth 100 million sometime in the future. And that's a crazy ass thought that almost you can't comprehend. And that's where it comes back to that insatiable self-belief thing. Like I trust that this is the case, and a lot of people might not, and I need to believe that it's possible, because as a leader of this company, one of the leaders, that's like my job, which is to create this vision and direction for the company and our team and get after it and believe it's possible. me gustaría un cappuccino o latte. Sí, con leche normal. Y 4 huevos con tostado.
It's been a weird year not being able to travel the world.
That was my bedroom last night. On the menu today for lunch we have a wonderful selection. OJ and protein smoothie courtesy of Maria, my host last night. Thank you very much. Granola, banana, Greek yogurt, and this protein dark chocolate spread I found. So this shall keep me going. I think I'm like halfway, but I'm really not sure at this point. All I know is that the water is fucking freezing, so I try to get as much sun as I can, and then I'm going to hit the road again because I don't want to be late like yesterday. Here's another thought that's dropped in while I'm riding this morning. To be totally honest, I'm like hating it and like enjoying the adventure and the process, but it's just non-stop riding, dude. I don't know if I'm bored or just like the body's physically like I'm not used to this, but I find myself like riding and just wishing it was over. And then you almost start thinking like negative, like constantly in your head you're just thinking, oh this sucks, oh this hurts, oh this is taking forever, oh the wind's coming straight onto me so I'm going slower. And it's so fascinating how your inner thoughts then determine your reality, and then the ride ends up becoming like a not as enjoyable. And I fortunately this is a fairly low stakes environment and I could catch it early and like retrain my mind to be like, well, the sun's shining and it's like one of the warmest days I've had here, and I'm along the river the whole way and I get to swim and I got food and I have enough water, and you can really reframe consciously yourself. It's just a really hard thing to do when I imagine if it's like just back to back to back negative things happening to you. So it really goes to show that it's not what happens to you, it's how you perceive the situation. And yeah, I'm attempting to perceive the situation in a really great light today. I better get back on the road. We've got 30 more wonderful, enjoyable kilometers to go. After 3 hours of riding on gravel roads and hills just like this is going to be one of the best sights I have ever seen. Look at it. Nugget I just came up with. It doesn't feel wasted when it's your choice. For example, I wish I could be out here listening to podcasts and audiobooks and learning while I ride for several hours. But because it was my choice to do this without, it's like I don't even think twice about it. I don't wish I had something that I don't. Versus if it was a trip like this but I didn't have control over it and I kind of was half on my phone and whatever, I would feel like I'm missing out so much more. And that battle is true in like so many facets of life. It's true in where to travel to next, because what if something better comes along? What if I'm missing out on something else by choosing to go here? And you come to realize that everything is a series of choices, and once you've made the choice, be committed to the choice, see it through, and everything becomes simpler and easier. So I'm trying trying to live by that as much as I can out here, but in life as well. Make the choice, stick to it. And if you're going to change the choice in the future, do so with the new information you have at that time. Without that information, you can't possibly know what to choose. So just choose with the information you have right now and be okay with that. I think it's about 6 o'clock. So with any luck, I'll make it into town within the next half hour. Just in time to find a bed and dinner. Do it all again tomorrow, baby. So peaceful out here. Yeah, it's honestly I haven't done any like cycling trips, and like I'm active in real life, but cycling is,
It's a different sport.
dude, it was never ending. The hills are crazy, right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
I was a bit annoyed actually, like towards when we were reaching this part.
Yeah.
It was like downhill for a while,
Yeah.
and then uphill again. So I had to like dismount and like get off this.
Yeah, it is.
So annoying.
I've just found a cycling friend. The first one. There we go.
Hi.
I was just saying how I'm literally the only human out there cycling
No longer.
for the last 2 days. Where are you going tomorrow?
Villa Lago Formoso.
Is that like 35 kilometers from here?
Dude, it's like 67.
Oh shit, you got another big
I don't know
day.
if I can survive, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the same. Another 60-kilometer day would kill me. I was gonna say, I don't usually drink beer, but after these days, all I want is ice cold beer with dinner. I got salad today and a pizza for tomorrow, thinking ahead, because these villages are like super basic, you know, barely even a paved road. I don't know, I think I expected more like infrastructure, but I know from here on out it's like even less. There's not even a main village, there's not even a shop, or there's literally only the campgrounds basically. So the next like decent town I think is 70 or 80 kilometers, and I'm not doing that tomorrow, so I got to take everything I can with me.
You have to see, man.
But
I didn't roof you.
yeah, fucking hell. I'm gonna go
What is this?
smash this and get a good night's rest, I reckon. This is my bedroom last night. It's pretty bougie, one might say. I actually came in asking for a hostel bed, like, because I just want to be in it, you know, like rough it. And they said their hostel doesn't open until peak season. I was like, okay, how much is one of these? And I didn't understand what they said back. So I could be paying $500 a night for this bad boy, for all I know. But the hot shower was well and truly worth it. Even came with complimentary breakfast. And us. And you can drink the water. So that's a big plus as well. Fill these bad boys up and hit the road. Get a little coffee. I woke up this morning to the sound of the owners walking up the stairs and knocking on my door with that breakfast. So well and truly overslept again, but the body obviously wanted it. And I have now synced my Kindle to be the actual time, so I can check my Kindle if I ever need the time. It was 9:15, so I got a solid 10 hours sleep. Anyway, I have 30 kilometers to ride today, which is shorter than the last 2 days. However, if I get there and there's no accommodation, because it's a very small, almost like a campground, there's no town there, and if for whatever reason I can't sleep there, I have to ride an extra 45 kilometers north. So it could be a 75k day, it could be a 30k day, and I kind of need to leave with enough time to do both if I have to. So I'm really hoping it's not that. really hoping. And I've got to bring all my food and dinner and everything. So anyway, that's all there. I met a guy, the guy I met last night, who's also doing this bike trip. He asked how heavy my camera was, and I said, I don't know, 5 or 6 kilos with the tripod and stuff. And he goes, "Oh, dude, that's like heavier than my entire pack, like my entire bike accessories." And I was like, "What?" I probably have 20 kilos when I add all my clothes and tripods and clamps and jackets, and I really should have thought twice about that. I don't know. In biking terms, I don't know how much like every extra kilogram makes it harder to ride up a hill, for example. But the dude's rolling around with 5 kilos total. I have like 25. So I hope it's not that significant. And I'm not, obviously I can't look it up, but I don't want to look it up because then it'll be on my mental too. So anyway, yeah. So I got to get cranking, get a little coffee. I saw a shop down the road, and then start pedaling.
Talk to me. Why don't you talk to me like you used to? You don't talk to me. Why don't you talk to me like you used to? You don't. Been in my bed for way too long. Been in my head.
My only goal this trip is to acquire some serious dad lore.
I'm searching on and on. Like you used to, you don't talk to me. Why don't you talk to me?
My worst nightmare may be coming true. I just made it to this place, and it's a campground, and there's people here, but they just said cerrado all the way along. There's like a couple of different spots, and they're all closed because it's off season, which is great. And they said there's one more place you can try, which I'm at right now, and maybe they have a bed. And I've just spoken to the guy, or half spoken to him, what I could understand, and he asked if I had a blanket or a sleeping bag, and I was like, no, I got nothing. So he's trying to find out if he can figure something out. But yeah, worst case, I get back on the bike and it's like 5 o'clock now, and I have to cycle 45 k's to the next lake, which would basically mean I get there at like 10 p.m. or something, which is actually not a viable option because there's no guarantee there's a place to stay there either. So yep, I'm fingers crossed my boy Federico comes through. A beautiful place though. I would like to stay here. He also said it's meant to be like 4 or 5 degrees tonight, which is pretty cold for no proper bed. He just came past and gave me a T sign, like he needs more time. It doesn't sound good. It's funny how much these situations feel like life or death. Like obviously I'm not going to die if I don't have a bed for tonight, but I would have to sleep on the grass or something, you know, and just wear every jumper and every pair of socks I have. And not having the liberty to call someone or just map the next place or get a Uber to the next town. It's crazy. You really just have to surrender to whatever happens, which I guess is the theme for me today. Surrender and see what happens. You still made a friend. Hey. Maybe not. You know what's crazy to me is how hard these people work. Like, this is one of the uncles, the grandma's over there cleaning toilet, and the other guy's setting this up. And it's just like, I mean, they probably have beautiful lives and love what they do, and I think there's something to be said about that. But it's also such a example of leverage and how you could work. They probably work a hell of a lot harder than I do and a lot of people I know, but are only ever going to be able to do this, if that makes sense. And not that they should change their mind, but I think for me, I would never want to do that. It just goes to show how important the thing you pick is, not how hard you work, because these guys would outwork me all day of the week. but they've just picked a different thing. And so there's a limit to how much they could earn or what they could do, or, you know, the evolution of this. So it's super obvious when you're in places like this where there are a lot of really hardworking folks, and then you go to the Western world and everyone's lazy as hell, yet creates a lot more opportunities in their lives. It's a crazy paradigm.
Voy a probar la estufa, el fire. Voy a probar a ver si no tira mucho humo.
Okay. Let's freaking go, baby. We have a home for tonight. It's not much, but it'll do. Fire, bed, several more beds if I need them. Hell yeah. Oh, this is luxury. I was expecting to sleep on the grass tonight, so to have heat. Let's go. Alina always used to tell me that I don't celebrate things enough. So let's fucking go! That's a huge win. I have a bed to sleep in, even has a fireplace and a chimney. The dude was doing so much to clean it up as well, so very grateful for that. Now I'm just walking, beautiful little lake here, and I made a couple of friends earlier today, a couple of Australian girls that are also cycling and speak more Spanish than I do, and they were chatting with the guy up here. They're camping, so they were fine because there's a camping spot available, but they were chatting to the guy because they know more Spanish than me, and he was the one that, it was during that conversation they found out there was this place that I'm staying at. So if it wasn't for them, I would be homeless tonight. So I bought a couple of beers and also some water for them because I don't think they have any water out there. So little peace offering. Gonna go see if they want to sit by the lake, maybe play some cards. Fucking real.
Pack yourself a toothbrush, dear. Pack yourself a favorite blouse. Take a withdrawal slip. Take all of your savings out. 'Cause if we don't leave this town, we might never make it out. I was not born to drown. Baby, come on. Forget what Father Brennan said.
It's day 4. Starting to feel a little lonely, I think. Food's running low. I got a long ride today. It was a cold ass night. But we're here. Get a bed to sleep in. And fingers crossed there's another bed to sleep in tonight. It's funny, I haven't really had that much time to sit and think about, you know, business or relationship or these sorts of things, because the whole day is just made up of writing and then like either side of it just organizing life, what to eat, where to sleep. It's a simple life and I'm grateful for it in this period of time, but I don't think I'd want to do that all the time. I just think it would be so boring. I really want to do things. I really want to see change in my life, in the world, and you know, it feels like I'd never be able to settle in that regard. I think, yeah, it's been something I've always struggled with, is having presence in the moment and also wanting to go out and a vision for the future. I never really looked into the past, which they say is like more where anxiety comes from. I've never really seen myself as an anxious person, but certainly leaning more towards the future, if anything. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to take bits of this and implement it into life. Who knows? See how we go. I wonder how long I could last before I just get too bored to do this. So yeah, I'm gonna hit the road now and know the plan. Got my map. Okay. I started down here and then I went here on the first night. I rode here on the second night and I'm here right now. So now I've got to go from here all the way up. Been told all of these spots are closed because it's off season. So my next best bet is Lago Hermoso. And there's a little shark thing in there apparently. A little sign. Hopefully I don't miss it. That's called Puru Puru. So that's where I'm hopefully staying tonight. And then the final day, well, I think I might even stay there for 2 nights because I'm in no huge rush. But I need to be near a town so I can get supplies and stuff like that. And then the final day is a long day, but mostly downhill to San Martin. And then I'm there for a week. With the rain today. Shit. I'm waiting for a gap in the rain. I'm gonna pedal like crazy. Last day of riding, I've got 35 k's, mostly downhill apparently. So I should make it out of this rain pretty quickly in this little valley, and then I should be okay. But fuck, I really don't want to go outside. Okay. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
Okay.
Thank you. See you soon.
Buen viaje.
Thank you. This protein dark chocolate spread slaps. I basically finished this whole thing in like 4 days. Let's go. While I'm here, thought I'd give you a bike tour. This is food, toiletries, spare water, my anything charging like for the Kindle, and then jacket and undies, and my trusty spoon that's done everything for me. And this side is basically all clothes until the top. And it's a couple of journals, head torch, hat, towel, and extra jacket and gloves when I don't need it. These are my Birks, essential. Water. In here is a bunch of tools, mostly to fix the bike, but also have some sunscreen, lip balm, and my map usually was kept in here. And then camera, tripod, goes in the front. Overall, it's quite a bit heavier than what most bike packers recommend. It's probably 20-25 kilos, but does the job. There it is, San Martin.
I follow you into the park, through the jungle, through the dark. Girl, I never loved one like you. Boats and waterfalls, alleyways and payphone calls. I'll be here never with you. We laugh until we think we'll die, barefoot on a summer night. Nothing new is sweeter than with you. And in the street we run free like it's only you and me. Geez, got something to see. Oh, oh, let me go home.
Welcome to my new home here in San Martin. Pretty simple. That's the outside. Getting here has been the most random day or two of my life. This bad boy, this little Kindle, got me most of the way through, and the physical map. I have been reading or rereading Let My People Go Surfing, which is the story of Patagonia and the founder of Patagonia, which feels very fitting being here in Patagonia, and I'll talk about some of those lessons later as well. But really what I wanted to sit down and do is talk about the thing that I've been avoiding most. It's a letter she wrote me, and some photos from our time in New York. For most of my life, I've been able to count on my hands the amount of times I've cried. I think I was always brought up in a house of get on with it, you know, boys don't cry, and so I kind of just put the emotions to the side, and in many ways it worked in my favor, especially in the line of business and the ability to keep a level head and make clear decisions and deal with people. But in many other ways, I think it's like restricted my ability to live life fully. The crazy part is this was my decision. It was something that I chose to do. The last 2 years have been so rich and fulfilling and full of growth, and I wouldn't change any of it. I think probably a part of me that is always going to want to go through my life solo, because everything I do has always been about learning and growth and moving faster and further and reinventing myself. And I think any other person has always felt like nobody else could keep up with that, whether that's true or just totally made up in my head. And for me, this is really feels like a season where I need to be alone. So in true Jai fashion, I took action on the instinct, and I mean, Alina took it with such grace, and I think the hardest part is just not wanting to lose the level of friendship that we have, which in some ways is inevitable because you spend less time with the person and they know less about the current version of you. I mean, we're leaving it open-ended. We're going to see each other again for sure. And I've had a lot of time this last week to think about myself and the people in my life and the things I want to heal internally. If I'm being really vulnerable, I probably need to learn to love myself fully. You know, I grew up a skinny kid with acne and scarring, and I think I always wondered how someone else could love me if I didn't love myself, you know, which feels so scary to say on a platform like this where anyone can watch it and judge me for it, or my team's probably watching. Hi team, family, friends. I think to a lot of people from the outside, I might be this creative kind of person who has had some success in business and built a few things that have worked and had a pretty good track record. And I think the thing they miss is that I'm a human, just like you. Billionaires are human. A janitor is a human. We're all on the same earth, living different but same lives. Maybe that's the point of this video. We should just all be there for each other, lift each other up. Rising tide lifts all ships. Positive sum game, that's what we're playing. That's what I'm trying to do with Out on Mondays. That's what I'm doing out here, spending a week offline with no phone and just resetting my own belief systems and what's possible in business as well as the inner work. So yeah, I guess I'll wrap it there before I ramble for too long, but I would just love to hear reflections, really, more than anything, in the comments from you guys. If there's anything that resonated with you, or if you need permission to share something, take this as permission to share. And yeah, really appreciate you all being here as always, and I'll see you in the next one.